What's up, guys? I'm Becoming, and welcome to today's live video on YouTube. Guys, today we have the Electro Dragon Speed War results. We had the stream earlier this morning, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., and it was an awesome time. It was an absolutely fantastic time. I was super stoked to have everyone together. You know, just doing an interesting sort of goofy, fun war. It had some interesting rules. So for the Electro Dragon Speed War, there was only one rule, and it was that all clan castles, both attacking and defending, had to include an Electro Dragon. So that meant that everyone was at the same advantage/disadvantage for all of their attacks. And we saw some really interesting stuff. So today with this recap, I'm going to show 5 hits, and with each town hall level that I show, I'm going to sort of point out some of the ways that people are using the Electro Dragon to attack with, and just give you an idea of, you know, how the different town hall levels are differing. So let's start all the way down at Town Hall 9. I believe we're looking at the right side here, and we're going to be looking at, what was it again? Yeah, it was going to be Dr. Evil, I believe. Do I have the right card in front of me? I think I do. All right, yeah, so it was Mystical Stripes versus Dr. Evil. So here it is. So Mystical Stripes is going to be bringing a little queen walk into hogs. So I had to pick this one right here because it was just so overwhelmingly dominant, and you know, just beautiful how he ends up using these Electro Dragons here. So he's going to put down the one Electro Dragon right there onto that storage. It's going to be accomplishing one side of the funnel with the help of the king. And the Electro Dragon actually is going to end up distracting the defending queen momentarily so that our queen has an opportunity to kill theirs. So anyways, here comes the Electro Dragon in for the town hall. It's going to distract the queen just in time. Our queen's going to step up, immediately see their queen, and the wall breaker's coming behind the queen. She's going to step into the base. This Electro Dragon has wandered away just a little bit, but he's very patient. He waits till the Electro Dragon kills his king, and then starts to approach back to his queen. At this point, because this is locked onto his queen, he can begin to drop his hog riders. And this is a really nice heads up play. Does not need to waste any more time. The charge is going to be a beautiful charge, going to go all the way through. The queen lives the whole raid, and it's going to be nice. Hog riders are blasting through 9 o'clock. And, you know, poison down basically to catch the king a little bit, also eat the skellies, and he's still got 2 more heals. So we're going to sort of put this on 2x. Everything's rolling along nice and smooth like, and he's got plenty of hogs up. They are, you know, eating spring traps, catching more skeleton traps, but look, the queen's alive. She's going to be there to assist with the cleanup, and it looks just fine. So 4x, nice job to Mystical Stripes of Dominantor. Basically at Town Hall 9, most of what we were seeing were people using the Electro Dragons to funnel with. So let's go ahead and back up just a second here. The other attack that I wanted to show, I believe, was versus, who was it again? I've honestly lost track of it. I want to say it was Paul attacking here. Okay, so on this side, yeah, perfect. Here it is. And I think this is probably the best, just the textbook definition of how you should be using this Electro Dragon in a Town Hall 9 attack right here. So the first one, the Electro Dragon was there to, you know, help funnel the queen, also clear trash with assistance of king and wizards. But here you're going to see probably the most beautiful example of how an Electro Dragon can get immense value. So the queen goes down. She's going to be hitting the town hall, just kind of walking in. She's going to be looking to break this corner tile and go in and be able to encounter the defending queen. So here we go, moving in, some wall breakers. One trickles in, gonna hit that wall once. He's gonna go ahead and tap it with a couple more wall breakers, and very easily, very nicely, that wall is going to open. So very clean break, nice pretty break for him, and he's just gotta wait this out. Tosses a baby dragon to help establish a funnel, but doesn't quite actually take that down. It's not gonna really matter. You know, it's just kind of an ill timing thing, putting it down a little too early until this air defense right on the corner had fallen. More wall breakers to open up another layer, and here comes the queen. Meanwhile, the Electro Dragon has been placed at 9 o'clock. Check it out. Electro Dragon's going to burst it down right there, hit those 3, hit these 2, and then proceed to this corner. Now pause. Look at all the value in this corner right here. This is actually a feature of, the Town Hall 9 base building meta, seeing these corners that have 4 defenses sort of in a diamond shape, and they're separated by 1 tile apiece. Well, the 1 tile space between each of these defenses means that the Electro Dragon, if it hits 1, it can splash to all of these. So let's see exactly how much damage this Electro Dragon is able to do here. Meanwhile, queen on queen action down here, but this is really what you need to see right there. Look, the splash, the whole compartment decimated in 2 bursts. That's a lot of value. Piggy's having to run through that. That could have been very, very dangerous for him. But the queen is taking out the defending Electro Dragon, and our Electro Dragon is still putting in some savage work. Also damaging the king on his path, taking out 2 more defenses. Oh my gosh. Holy cow. Pigs are in at 12. They're going to be rushing down this sort of 12 to 3 side, and he's got an extra rage spell. He wanted his queen to stay in this compartment so she could further, take out some more of this stuff on the inside, also be able to target this down. But because the queen didn't stay in, he says, well, I have a rage. I'm going to rage my pigs. And it was exactly the right call. Very nice, very nice. Going to be heading back through that rage. He's going to have some more point defense on this backside, but he's got another hog and 2 more loons in case things got a little too hairy. But this is too many pigs in order for this king and 2 point defenses to stop. So very nice attack to Dr. Evil. I really like, that was my favorite Town Hall 9 attack of the war. Next up, we're going to watch a 10v10 triple. Azeroth actually had 2 10v10 triples this war, but we'll go ahead and play the higher of the 2 because the first one was on, I think, a T1 TH10, and this is a maxed out TH10 right here. So he's going to do a little bit of a queen charge a la Loon with a funneling Electro Dragon. So he's got his baby dragon and Loon down. He looned out a Tesla in the corner there. He also knows there's some more corner Teslas on this base. And Electro Dragon, Loon to help establish this funnel. The Loon, I guess, was just, what got put in that CC. I don't know that it really accomplishes much. It does a little bit of damage to that Archer Tower, but it's really not the point here. Wall breakers down. He's got a lot of them. Looks like 10. He's going to get that first layer open. The king ability popped early, so the queen doesn't want to walk up for that by any chance, and the queen's headed straight in. Now, he does catch a big bomb. The king is going to die to that single target Inferno, but the second tile is open. More wall breakers are sent in, and they're actually going to open even another set of walls. So now the queen is looking right in the face of this single target Inferno. Don't worry, guys. He has the freeze spell. He's going to be dropping this freeze right on that Inferno tower in the nick of time. Unfortunately, he does get a little bit too close to the sun with these healers. Really? They're being shot? Okay. All right. All right. Cool. So he is going to end up losing, I think, 1 or 2 healers here, but it's going to be fine. Yeah, he's only down to 3 healers now. He's going to be heading into the queen. The queen is really the last major target that he's super concerned about taking out. 1:23 left in this raid. This is actually, I think it came down to the last 10 seconds. And, really good stuff. So the queen is heading in. She's going to be taking out the defending queen. I think you might have to pop the ability here just to make sure she doesn't die by accident. He wants that queen to stay alive. He's going to send the Lava Hound in, though, ahead of the queen. Otherwise, the queen would be roasted right now. The queen gets the last AD of the 4, and everything just needs to progress. He's got loons all over the place. He's got 1 heal spell left. He needs to hold that for the absolute most clutch moment. And look, so many wounded loons, but the heal spell placed perfectly, going to lead them through several of these point defenses. And then minions and pups to clean up. Only that Lord Archer Tower can threaten the loons at this point. Queen's actually going to be there to assist as well. Let's go ahead and 4X. GG, well played. This was actually the attack that won the war for the Dominant Tour side, so that was really, really nice. GG. All right. So now check it out. We're going to talk about TH12 now. So I want to sort of make this a learning moment. I made somehow an error in not setting my bases correctly. So the base that I set was actually one that I used last season at the very end of our last CWL season. The base meta has changed drastically since that came out. So we're going to go ahead and play this attack on this base. I will never be using this base again. This is what you would call an anti-2-star layout. Anti-2 means that the town hall is isolated in the center of the base, and there's usually a lot of traps around it. Basically, what you're trying to prevent is someone from getting your town hall. You don't want them to get the 2nd star if you can help it. Unfortunately, though, because of the Siege Machine's addition to the game, the Siege Machine makes pushing for a anti-2 town hall quite a bit easier than it used to be. And by quite a bit, I mean that's an understatement. A lot a bit easier than it used to be. So in the case of an Electro Dragon War, the isolated town hall with, kind of a symmetrical layout for air defenses, also the sweepers being pointed all down like this, makes this very, just old meta. This is not meant to defend really what's going on with the game right now. It was my fault. I didn't change the base because it was a 12-hour prep and, just didn't realize that, hey, this base was still for some reason selected in the friendly war thing. I honestly thought that I'd changed it. But he's going to come and just use his king and queen to funnel and then just spam the E-Dargs 12-9 and check it out. This thing gets smoked, like absolutely smoked. He had approximately 8 or 9 Electro Dragons. He's got another one inside of his battle blimp there. And the battle blimp pauses on the town hall because he's under warden and then drops another E-Drag. Boom, town hall explodes. But guys, there's like 1 air defense left. He's still got a rage, a freeze. He's still got spells on the board. And yeah, this is the definition of just utterly wrecked. Utterly wrecked. 100% wrecked. Nothing can stop these Electro Dragons now. I mean, so this should come as, I guess, some form of a lesson that the Town Hall 11 or 10, 11, and 12 meta right now is very strongly in an anti-3 layout, meaning in a relatively exposed Town Hall, either on the outside or closer to a corner, because the 2-star is easy if the Town Hall's in the center of the base. 2-star is actually can be a little bit more difficult if it's in the corner, and you're going to defend the 3 because 3-starring 10, 11, and 12 is so much easier than it previously would have been before siege machines were added. But let's look at a proper base with a 3-star attack. So this is the other 12v12 triple that happened in the war. Sir Ricky took on Dipper Dan, and this is actually kind of a cool one that he sets up. He's going to use some funneling troops over on the 6 o'clock corner here, and then drop his king and queen for the town hall. And this is just town hall, queen-king trade, and also gets a bit of a CC lure here. So the queen's going to be able to actually win this fight with just clutch trade for the queen against the Electro Dragon that's defending. So king, queen, they're going to take out the town hall. Queen gets wounded quite a bit by that defending Giga Tesla, but the funnel is being made for the Electro Dragons that he's wanting. He doesn't want all this trash down here to, distract his Electro Dragon entry. So check it out. Queen ability will have to be fired off at the last possible moment. Fires it off. Spap takes out the mortar, takes out the loon, takes out the Electro Dragon with her dying breath. Spow. And there it is. Now the Electro Dragons are in at 9 o'clock. Proceeding quickly into the Archer Queen. The splash damage is coming through. Check out this rage. Oh, God. Oh, God. Wow. Just damage, speed, movement. And here comes the Warden ability soon, very soon, and ping. I think that was probably the most beautiful timing that anyone could have planned. He clones an Electro Dragon at 12 o'clock. Good night. Wow. And then check it out. What do you see coming from 12 o'clock? You see a siege machine. It's now wandering down towards the town hall, and you're thinking, how is it even necessary right now? But this actually does get extremely close. Luckily, these 2 Electro Dragons do take out the air defense that's at 3 o'clock right there. So there's no more air defenses, but inside of his siege machine that has effectively done nothing so far except break walls, out comes 2 loons, an Electro Dragon, and luckily, the single target Inferno locks onto a loon first, gets in, drops on that single target Inferno, and now you have a fresh Electro Dragon, plus one that was sort of on his own solo mission at 12, coming down to finish off the rest of the defenses. The bounces, oh my God. No, wow. I really liked watching this war for several reasons. A, the Electro Dragon just looks nuts when it actually just starts popping off. But B, I think I learned a little bit about this troop just by forcing myself to practice with it some. People say it's free, and yeah, you can kind of luck into some 3-stars with this, but it's absolutely crucial that you do your best to try to funnel the Electro Dragon. You actually have to commit some thought to starting off the attack, and then once the attack gets going, getting your spell placement, I think, is more tricky with this troop than any other inside the entire game, because the Electro Dragons move slowly. They are quite large, and I feel like when I drop a spell down, I feel like they should be in it, especially a rage. Like if I'm trying to put a rage slightly ahead of my Electro Dragons, it's happened so many times to me where the Electro Dragon flies up to it and it stops right outside of that, outside of that radius of the rage spell. I'm thinking, come on, if only they were raged like right now. They're actually a little bit tricky to use. So anyways, guys, that's going to be it. GG, well played to the side of Dominantor. And thank you to all the subscribers and followers that came out to participate in this war. It was super, super fun. Shout out to Asmaroth for effectively sealing it with us with his Town Hall 10 6-pack. And much love, guys. I'll see you later. Peace out.